what's up, everyone? We're here for the week 3 recap. As per some suggestions from the 1v1 Discord, I've decided to basically comb through all the replays. I just spent like oh my god, it's been an entire fucking hour, I guess. But I combed through every replay, decided which ones we're gonna look at. There was actually something interesting from pretty much every series, except for this, like, one of these aura. Oh yeah, the Ink vs. Mubs had, like, it was really just basic aura stuff. I don't know. But yeah, there's something cool from pretty much everything. As for the actual week scores, Panchams finally won a week. RPS fucking destroyed the Thwackies. Holy shit, these guys are getting bodied. I think they're bottom seed. Rip my boys. It's kind of sad because Waylid and Drip are fun guys. I would have liked to see, like, I don't know, Heattrans get owned because these guys trolled the auction, dude. I was so mad when they like stole RTM with their like 70k funds they had left. God, I'm mad. Horrors got smashed again. Yeah. All right. Let's go right ahead. Who cares about the actual teams? I want to see some gaming. All right. There's me posting my epic. Dude, this thumbnail's fire. Although I need a better one this time. Okay, we started off with Leah Beast. They played. Oh yeah, they beat Maki. I don't. Which game I want, dude? I'm already forgetting which games I actually looked at though. Hang on. Was it just the last game? I don't know if I planned to talk about much of this actually. Was this one of the ones I wanted to skip? What was this game? Oh, this is just boring steel. One of these. No, there's something here. There's something here. Hang on. The early ones are the ones I watched longest ago. Oh yeah, it was this game. It was this game. Right. Okay. Leah Beast picks Spectre here. I guess predicting into just it should pretty good into these guys if you're calm mind. I mean CM Hex is like Feeny versus Spect is notoriously like a really AIDS matchup to play. You have to predict if it's going to be Scar Feeny, which it usually is on Derek Squad. And then you've got, so you'd have to like, actually no, Scar Feeny just hella just wins for Spectre. Yeah. So this is definitely just into Venusaur, right? Venu 2-1. Anyways, after this is revealed, Leah clicks taunt. Like, inexplicable taunt, because it's not pressure. I don't know, like, if I get owned by, like, Inner Focus, Toxic Stall, sure, like, you got me. That's such a weird taunt. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, like, you probably lose to AV anyways, but, like, maybe at least pray for them being, like, I don't know. You could argue that, like, Inner Focus Toxic is, like, the one case where you win. Alright, like, if it doesn't reveal pressure, it's hella just AV. You might as well just go for your odds, like, CM into, like, double Hex crit or something. This is a really, really weird taunt. I think that was the only thing I wanted to talk about. Game 3, I remember we thought they'd be stall Azu. We pick into it. Trying to, like, SD with Garchomp stall out the charms, and then, like, Earthquake them. But then it's just this, and this team loses to, like, Tapu Bulu and every grass type in existence. Pretty crazy. Ferrothorn. Blaze Kick Zera is not a reliable answer to that because you lose to Custap because you don't kill because Zera sucks. Alright, this game, what do I want to... Oh, dude. Okay, Blurb was so mad about this game because he had Ironhead on Baxcalibur and we, like, convinced, like, 5 different people convinced him to take Ironhead off Baxcalibur. Like, they won't bring Diancie. Then they bring Diancie into what would have been the freest Ironhead Baxcalibur matchup of all time. And we get smashed, so... Rip to Blurb. And then this is common Ursulina W. This set is actually really broken. It's bulldoze headlong shit. There's one more game I thought. Oh yeah, dude, Sylveon is just so broken. I don't understand what. I don't know. I think this is probably CB Tusk. I don't know, dude. Sylv just looks so broken on a preview told. Like, it's not like this is a reliable Sylvancer, by the way. Like, you just you lose to Bibiri. Every team has some Sylph that just 3-0s it, or like has to set read Sylph, I swear. It's honestly crazy. It's not like there aren't Sylvancers. I feel like people are just completely ignoring in the builder. I clicked the same replay twice. These are my takes as a complete SB noob who got smashed this week. This game, I don't know if there is a Magnezone answer. I don't remember. Do we pick it? Oh, I found the Magnezone answer. Yeah, alright. Moving on. Here we go with this one. Oh, this is a good series. This is a good one to talk about. Yeah, this is a very interesting series for sure. Game 1, I don't know what RTM's steal answer is. This is very interesting to me. If it's Aqua or Custap, it's gonna be like Darmg, or at the very least, like Darmg can like 50-50 Custap, but it's like it's not a reliable answer. So I have to wonder if this is like Injure Lychee. Injure Lychee Darm gets +1 and becomes Fire type. It's basically stronger than CB Zen because you get stab and you get the boost and your attack is stronger normally because it's 2.25, right? The modifier with stab and the +1 boost is 2.25, which is the same as CB plus tactics, but basically just your stronger attack stat, 140 up to 160, means you kill Steela. Also, weakness policy is kind of like a cool tech on Darmg. Darmg has so many lures, honestly. Like, people are underusing this mon for sure. Just with its insane preview presence already, like demanding certain clicks to be made sometimes, and then you can just like get a really broken lure randomly. I do have to wonder if this is policy or if this team is just fucked by Steela. I really don't know. Anyways, I think Dennis just like doesn't click it. Yeah, Dennis goes Arcanine and gets smashed by Chople Titar. So well played to him. I don't know if I would have picked this here. I think I would have probably just taken my odds with Steela, honestly, because you know, like, Arc is a threat here too. Maybe that's easier to say in hindsight. Honestly, I probably would have more worried about the Darmg actually. All right, this game is fucking insane. This game is actually wild to me. All right, like Swigod is just him. S tosses on the sub. Notices the ability pressure and does not make a nonsensical play. I'm still mad about the taunt. Alright, Sacred Fire in Swigod, I think. Yeah, Estos is here. And then Dennis goes for another Protect because it's free. He knows this. He knows at this point. Dennis knows that this is AV Registeel at this point. I think he even read that on preview as the Feeny answer because this team is pretty obviously boned by Feeny if this is like lefties, you know, because you just get tricked and lose. And then Dennis gets really impatient and actually just Sacred Fires here. But honestly, I can't blame him because who the hell expects you to not like go for at least one sub this entire game? Like this is crazy to just Sacred Fire, Protect, Sacred Fires again. But RTM is just him and reads this and just counters right here. Like holy shit, what an insanely early counter. He just knew. That's wild. I could never imagine countering that early. I would totally expect them to like try to prolong the game just a little bit. Dennis reads the Zera here into Kun, I guess. Which is fair. I think it's probably Kun 2-1. I don't know what the fuck Kun runs, but sure. What's this one? Oh, there it is. Here it is. Alright. On this preview, it looks like Lando is kind of a threat. If this is Charm Chansey, I have no idea how to set read Chanseys at this point in time. People run whatever the fuck they want. I notoriously like Charm plus counter with no toxic. Charm counter S-Toss Softboiled is like one of my favorite sets. At least I've been spamming that since like last year's champs or something. I've been running this set for ages. Anyways, it looks great here, or not really. It like only beats Lando, but it is the SD Lando counter. If like you just lose to SD Lando if you're not Charm Chansey, basically is what I'm trying to get at here. So I don't know if that's something Dennis reads. It is the first slot, so it's very easy to reckon he just put whatever chance he thought he wanted here. Put these two, and maybe he's accidentally 3-0'd by Lando. I don't know. This could also be like a Wisp burn up Arcanine, which makes this matchup really annoying because the only way to beat that is like to harden to Aroma. But if you RSD, then you do beat Arcanine still. But that'd just be like another like AV Lando answer. Okay, the main point of this rant here is that Chansey beats Lando. Lando beats these two. Either Pharaoh or Aroma is a pretty good pick in the Chansey as long as the Aroma is Rocky Helmet, because you'll get outstalled by Toxic if you are Wikiberry. Okay, knowing all this, RTM decides to Pheromosa into the Chansey. Like, fair enough, you know? I think, although you could say if he's Helmet, then Aroma is just kind of strictly better here, because Aroma has odds into Burn Up Arcanine as well, which is the other feasible pick into Lando, you know? And that basically Aroma covers any fight feasible Lando answer. This is not a Lando answer, because SmackDown is like really spammed. Okay, and then we see Choice Specs Focused Blast come out, and surprisingly to a KO. That's kind of crazy, honestly. And then Charm. It is indeed Charm. Now this is a really weird Charm, because why would you not counter? Like why would you, you know? Like what reason could you have to not counter? I don't know if maybe the reasoning is like if there's some set that doesn't kill Chansey, they're not going to be Choice. They're going to click a different move first. Like, let's say it's like Life Orb, and maybe like Life Orb HJK. I'm pretty sure Life Orb HJK still just shreds Chansey. But maybe you're some other item. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's Endure Weakness Policy. But maybe you predict that they Axel once, then HJK, so you try to Charm. I think that was Dennis's thought process here. Anyways, Charm instead of counter. My other question is it Charm with no counter? Is it Toxic? I wonder. I don't know. I don't think it reveals. Anyways, you just spam Softboiled because that's the correct play. PB stall with the Focus Blast. It's your best odds for sure. S-Toss is going to take a few turns to kill. And any 2 Focus Blasts will 2 KO you. So you just spam Softboiled and you're good. And then Dennis gets hit. And I think dropped here on Softboiled. Dude, Focus Blast. Have you ever seen a Focus Blast with an F drop? What the hell? And this gets hit and then gets hit by the next one. And then the weird thing to me is RTM apologizes for this, for the game 4 bullshit in the like this was just a 50-50, like 50% chance to just hit two of them. It's weird to like apologize for like the crit spit F drop when you had odds right away and you had even better you still had odds afterwards. Like it was in your favor basically, right? Uh yeah. All right, and then we see the most random Weavile 3-0 of all time. I've never seen a Weavile 3-0 in my life. Take out, knock off, GG's. Can't even cuss stap because it knocks it off. Well, probably maybe if I had Ice Shard last. I think it's probably low kick. Usually you see low kick and no prio. But yeah, that was a crazy series. All right, one of these games is noteworthy. Dude, the problem is I know one of these games is good, but I don't remember which one it is. This is like random Rock Tomb Donphan. Rock Tomb is like 80 accuracy in this tier, so I don't know what it does over head smash. Probably nothing. All right, next up. One of these was good. One of these was good, I swear. Was it this game? Oh, this game was interesting. This game is like, oh, not really interesting, but it's just kind of a neat note on what the black white meta is like right now. Because Genesect, like the dawn of time, used to just be choice spam, like choice specs, choice scarf, and it was really bad. I think people have now started running like really bulky sets. Like you live Crustle, and the common set is like Bug Buzz, Psychic for Conkeldurr because that guy's OP, and then Ice Beam for like Garchomp and some guys, and then Quick Attack last so that you can beat Crustle. You Bug Buzz into Quick Attack versus Crustle, you run a shit ton of defense, so you live Rock Gem, Rock Wrecker, and you live Conk Superpower, so you can Psychic into like Quick Attack. That seems to be the main set at the moment. Usually I've seen like Rocky Helmet on it a bunch, and I don't know what Helmet beats honestly. It's like supposedly for Conk, but you totally just like you live, and then I Psychic into Quick Attack is a kill, I think. So I don't really know. I don't know what Helmet's for. Anyways, this is notably not Helmet. Probably Akka makes more sense to me. You run Akka for like random like I don't know Fire Fang Garchomp, just random ass fire coverage. It's sort of like what Chardy Volcarona does. And then I swear I think there's one more from this series. This game is just, that was Specs Torn, kills Keldeo. No, there wasn't much interesting. I remember SMB said like, he was like, yeah, I made a really hard 1-2 this game because my my Snorlax didn't have Earthquake. And I thought that was like a weird note on like how he thinks about the tier, or like how he thinks about 1v1. Because Heatran's just not coming out. Like, I don't know what to say. Latios just feels better than Tran. Like reasonably, you were not expecting your Tran to beat Lax. Lax should always have one of Earthquake or Superpower on like a CB set or whatever. Or if it's not choice, it'll break your balloon. Like, you're never feasibly beating Tran. And Latios is just strictly better into these two. So Tran is like a really weird mon to come out, I would think. So it was kind of just Latios into these guys, or Scrafty into Lax. That's why I don't like the whole 1-2-2-1 philosophy, unless there's like actually ambiguous sets and all three Pokemon can feasibly come out. And then picks Medicham into these two. Latios comes out, hard reading the meta, good shit. I mean, if it's Life Orb, I kind of wonder if it's like Life Orb Sucker. But I mean, Crustle should always just Rock Gem, Rock Wrecker turn 1. I don't think Choice Specs really exists anymore on Latios. Alright, next up. This was like Haxorus does more than obviously kills even if it gets burned with the next one, and then Ecstatic mauls and says come on anyways. Wait, what does he even say that? He's not even on Straff's team. I don't know why he says come on. Alright, he's not on Straff's team, right? I'm still learning who's on whose team, honestly. Other than my own, everyone else is filler characters. Acrotorn wins GG. What was next here? Did I forget which are the good games? Oh, this is noteworthy. First of all, this looks to be Choice Banded Scrafty, which is like an ancient set. Not even ancient. I don't know if this ever existed. Fighting Gem was like always the superior set, and back in the day, I think. And then Chople is like the new innovation and some other stuff. Head Smash Scrafty is one of my favorites. Dude, I'm honestly surprised he didn't click Head Smash. Like, if you're running CB, because this is revealed CB damage. This cannot do 82 without CB. Universe No Bulk Volcarona. So I'm wondering, like, what are you running? Like, are you not running a rock move specifically for this? Especially on this team where it's like a feasible pick. It's pretty weird to me. Is it a feasible pick? Is this the Scrafty answer, apparently? Yeah, weird. But yeah, I don't know why you're running CB. You run HJK, you run Payback, and then like I'm already stumped for moves like Fire Punch for something, like Genesect, Ice Punch maybe. But like I feel like you should totally have Head Smash for Volk. I don't know. But yeah, my basic point here that was Head Smash is OP. It like kills Zapdos too. You like live HP flying and you just demolish Zapdos. Head Smash is so fucking cool when it hits. And then anyways, Overheat misses here. I don't He immediately apologizes. I don't know if this mattered. It doesn't kill Scrafty unless you're like Life Orb or Fire Gem, but it is the Scrafty answer. So I really don't know. I don't know if this was actually a set that beat Scrafty or if this was just like bad team, gets punished. But yeah. If that was, I was about to say he was lucky he didn't get the flame body. I was gonna say if that was Fire Gem, he's lucky he both dodged and didn't get burned. But even burned, payback still killed after. So I'm trolling. Uh, Picks Haxorus expecting to 3-0. I don't know if it actually 3-0'd. I think it literally did because I don't see how this guy beats it, and I don't think this was. I don't think this was Scarf PZ. Maybe it was. I don't know. I hate set reading in all tiers, all of them. I don't remember this game. Oh yeah, all right, yeah. We see the Jenna I was talking about earlier. So as we see, super like Psychic like super shreds Conk, and it's EV'd for superpower. Fighting Gem superpower. This is superpower is run on Guts. Guts is cool for like look at Sableye versus this team. You need Guts for Sableye. Not that I think Sableye is a real Pokemon anymore, but might as well be safe because you don't lose that much from running Guts. Like the superpower into Mach difference is only a little. It's pretty significant honestly. It can matter in a lot of matchups like versus Keldeo. Especially because you lower the power of Secret Sword. Actually, no, they're always clicking Hydro Cannon. Where was I going with this tangent? Right. Anyways, the point is this looks to just be EV'd for Conk exactly. Or Epic Roll, but I'm pretty sure this is just EV'd for Conk. But it's like he didn't need the helmet. You see what I mean? Like Quick Attack would have just picked it off after before you died a Mach. So I'm not actually sure if helmet is like a good item. I can't decide what else it actually beats. And then we see part versus. Oh my god, not this series. This was one for the ages. All right, first up we see Victini at Pashoberry. Holy shit! And I don't know what this is for. Like like you beat Gyarados. Like you 2-1 Gyarados. Like Gyarados is an insane 1-2 into this team. Imagine picking 1-2 Gyarados. No, dude, Pasho doesn't even beat it because you just get crunched. Like what am I saying? Yeah, I think it's for like Volcanion is what I was told. But you totally just lose to Scarf Volcanion anyways. Scarf Volk is just a 3-0 here. So I don't know. I don't know. Nice team, man. And then we see Celebi get brought and picked for some reason, mainly because it's like the only Lando answer. Uh, and then it loses shockingly. Picking into the Celebi is kind of crazy. And then we get to the good stuff where we we would have been a epic Aggron at Choice Band 3-0, or it's like a 2.50 because this matchup honestly Steam Eruption can burn and Head Smash can miss, so like pretty much 50-50 odds. Except it's actually like 100 odds because Steam Eruption just kills the Aggron because it's fucking Rockhead, dude. Okay, you see, dude. I've already got to pull Preet up because I knew I was gonna have to talk about this. It's not even the default ability. Like sometimes, for example, you see funny stuff like you see Gardevoir running Synchronize and then it doesn't trace like a useful ability, like Lando Intimidate, and then it gets owned somehow. Like you see funny stuff like that all the time. This is different. Like we saw in one game, there was a game where Ecstatic had a Caracosta that was solid rock as well. He forgot Sturdy on his Sturdy one, but it's the default ability. Like it's understandable that sometimes you make the set, you forget to change the ability. A little goofy, but it happens. This is the Sturdy is the default. So he literally had to like go into the builder and go like, oh, you know what? I want Rockhead. Rockhead's gotta be optimal for some matchup. You know, not only does he do that, this is totally. I believe this was Mega. I think I was told this was Mega. So he totally could have just Mega'd and Metal Bursted. Like I'm pretty sure you live. Like I don't know. Volcanion is a strong guy, but I'm pretty sure you eat in Mega form with just max HP only. Because Aggron's just him. I've lied. All right, never mind. I'm trolling. Don't ignore me. Anyways, Sturdy or Rockhead, well played. Okay, and then I think the rest of the games were pretty normal. I think. Nope, not normal at all. This is he brings a fucking Lucario, and it is the Serp is like the Metagross answer, but he picks it and loads into the only non-Earthquake Metagross ever. I say that, but actually, I think like all Metagrosses nowadays just like drop Earthquake and get 3-0'd by stuff. I've been seeing like teams like lose to Magnezone because the Metagross is like Thunder Punch, like Mash, Bullet Punch, and like Ice Punch or something stupid. I don't know. Please run Earthquake or Metagross. It's good, I swear. And then, oh my, every single game in the series is so bad. Tail Glow. HP Grass or Electric. Maybe Electric for Gyarados. I don't know. And as we see, Hyper Beam comes out, but as you guys also saw, Part wins the game. So what the fuck is this? It's like 0 special attack Manaphy or some release Spadef Volcanion, and I don't care enough to calc. GG next. Alright. Kono wins versus Eevee Kid. I think this game had an interesting game somehow. This is like, dude, I don't know what this Iron Leaves guy is doing. I'm surprised that Dirge wins the game. I don't know why Dirge is getting brought so much. I feel like it's ass, but it's like somehow a 2-1 here. I don't even know if it reliably beats Sylveon. I wouldn't be surprised if like Fast Life or Sylveon clicks Fake Tears and then wins. We see the only like 3-0 Klefki ever. I've never seen a Klefki 3-0. Maybe this mon is actually real. It kind of beats this team too. Well, I think Fake Tears still wins. Klefki is interesting. Combine Draining Kiss is neat. I talked about it a bit last time, but it's like neat roll or like move compression. Because back in the day, Klefki used to like run Rest back in Sword Shield. I say Klefki used to run Rest like it's a real Pokemon, but I think Ecstatic ran it sometimes. Someone did. I think it was Ecstatic. And it would run. It was like Dazzling Gleam Rest, and it sucked because you had to run Rest, and you couldn't be Magnerized. Like he gets a lot of matchups just by having Magnerize. I pointed at a Landorus which runs Smackdown and still wins. And this pick was weird. This pick was weird. I remember. I think right. No, I'm thinking of a different. There was like a different Muck game with like a Lando where I thought the pick was weird. This one makes sense, right? Just Tusk into these two. Expects like Eevee Kid to pick like Metal Sound into Magnezone or like SD backs into Cress and gets owned by a pretty good Landorus, all things considered. Was that game 3? That was game 3, I think. I'm gonna say that was 3. I hope I'm not just skipping a game. I don't remember this game. Oh, yeah, I don't remember because it's nothing noteworthy. Sylveon defeats a fighting type. Woo! Notably not Heavy Slam on Tusk. And then... Oh, I wanted to watch this game. This game was important. People complain about this game, and I think it had some influence on the final week score, and people were complaining about hacks here. There's like not hacks going on, or like at the very least, like it's not in any way at Eevee Kid's favor. This is if Eevee Kid won this matchup, it would be hacks for them. All right. We see Hydro Pump do 57, which you're thinking like, oh okay, just kill with the next, but then Life Orb Draining Kiss comes out and crits and brings the spec all the way back up to full. Okay. This guaranteed brings spec back up to full anyways. I did the calcs, okay? Based on this, for this to do 92, this had to be max special attack at least. Or that makes, yeah, basically had to be max special attack at least. And it would like not, it could have been modest. For all we know, it could have been modest and do even more, and this was like a low roll crit. But this guaranteed heals 60% minimum. So spec gets back up to full anyways. It doesn't matter. Life Orb, you know, it's at the exact same range, and this is a max roll Draco Meteor as well. So yeah, like this was not hacks. This didn't matter. I think like at the very least, like maybe Eevee Kid, that was like a mineral pump. I calculated that was a mineral pump. So maybe with a slightly higher roll pump, mineral draining kiss into Draco maybe is a kill. I'm pretty sure it still is just not a kill. But yeah. That was not hacks. This game we see Kretocon claim an incredibly free Iron Moth 3-0, I think. I don't know. One of these guys, like CB Chenpao Giga probably kills. CB Meow too. One of these guys probably won. But Sword ends up over predicting. And I don't know if Kredo was just bad or Kredo calls them out of it. I really don't know. Really weird, like, just does not pick it as Sylveon at all. Kredo just immediately reads into the bundle trying to come out here to beat these 3, and I don't know what the Sylvancer is. Like, this is another team where I just don't understand what beats Sylveon. I don't know if this was like a stall Rotom and had like Eerie, maybe Clear Amulet for Fake Tears. But even then, you still lose to like, whatchamacallit, like Clear Amulet Sylph, because you can't Eerie Impulse them. Yeah, I don't know. People are running like really fake Sylvancers. And then we see Iron Hands 3-0. This mon's so broken. I'm assuming this is Low Sweep. Low Sweep is like the really good set right now. Just a lot of mons that try to beat you. You beat them with running surprisingly fast. I see usually like a lot of defense, a lot of speed. This is Scarf Meowscarada for Regidrago and does fucking chip damage. Gets owned by Wild Charge. People said like, I remember I was in BC, someone was like, oh, Sword got the 50-50 right, but there was no 50-50 here. I don't know how Wild Charge loses except to Leech Seed, but it was a fairly obvious Scarf. Like Flower Trick, obviously Wild Charge isn't going to do enough, but Flower Trick's only going to do like this much, like, right, it'll do half. So yeah, Flower Trick doesn't 2-KO, right? That was after the Wild Charge recall. Yeah. Flower Trick doesn't do it, Kyo. Okay, and then I think this is like another Iron Moth 3-0 out of nowhere. Yeah. It just gets through it by Iron Moth again. Well, I don't think the game one was a 3-0, but I think this one was. I don't see how you beat it this time without Specs Mudshot Spectre. Did it even keep that? Does it still have... Am I calculating the right gen? Nope. Does it have a move pool in this gen? Nope. Alright, we're going to SV. And then... Yeah, it still has it. Yeah, so that could be Moth. Because it definitely lives Overheat. I don't know. That's probably not real. Okay. Oh, there's only one game I wanted to comment on in this series. I mean, anyone's probably seen this already anyways. Whatever. Okay, Venusaur versus Gardevoir. Reginald expects Scarf, I guess, here. Expects the Scarf Psychic and just clicks Endure turn 1. Really, I want to say good Venu pick, right? Like, reads the guard trying to come out here. I don't know. No, yeah, because if this is Sleep Powder Venu, then it does beat guard. So it's not like Swiftix just thought this was an easy 3-0, really. But yeah, anyways, the Venu definitely just loses to these two. Yeah, it's not beating Kartana. Frenzy Plant, even though it's like Piss Spidef, is definitely just not doing anything to 4 times resist. I think I really don't know. Kartana calcs are pretty terrifying sometimes. Okay, so yeah, he endures predicting Scarf. Swiftix correctly just encores it afterwards. And then here's where it gets weird. So Swiftix, what they should have done is just you Moonblast this down. You just keep them, you encore them and keep them locked in. You just repetitively Moonblast, and you can't really lose. Well, I mean, what they do here isn't a throw. What they do here is fine. I just think the safer play whenever you have them encored into a status move is instead of trying to click disable and potentially throwing the game somehow by like just counting encore turns wrong, it's just so easy to just keep Moonblasting. Oh, encore ended. I'll encore them again. Keep Moonblasting. If they're in cust up range, protect that turn. You know, it's really safe. You can even like sometimes you want to click protect early just to make sure that you're putting them into cust tap on a turn where they're still encored. You don't want to like put them into cust tap, like encore ends and they click Sludge Bomb or something, and maybe they're out of range of your next Moonblast, you know, and you can't like stop Frenzy Plant coming out the next turn. That can be a little dire. Okay, all that over. They decide to disable immediately though, and then this means what is it? Venu, because Endure went first, is locked into three more Endures at this point. After the disable, they're locked into 2 more, which means they will struggle for 2 turns. So you do guarantee like beat them down into cust up range here. Right, this is guaranteed. Moonblast is doing enough plus struggle, so you can kill them. And then here, they clicked Endure. Like this is obviously cust up. You can't even argue Swiftix doesn't know about cust up because in game 1 they click Will-O-Wisp first Rhyperior turn 1, and when their team asked them why they did this, they were like, "Oh, to play around cust up," which is a nonsensical play by the way because this is cust up Volcanion. So you Steam Eruption turn 1, it always kills, even like Max Spidef AV fucking dies because it's a Volcanion. And then you just Endure turn 2. Endure turn 2 is incredibly safe. Because and then you will stall out their cust tap and you can attack next turn. Wisp is risky because you can just miss, and as we see here, that would have just killed. If this missed, Earthquake would have just owned. So clearly they know about cust tap. They're even willing to make game-throwing plays around it, and they still just inexplicably just don't protect here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they thought they lived. Maybe they thought like, oh, maybe they calced it before and saw Sludge Bomb does nothing to them. Or like, oh, okay, I can't die to Sludge. I'm safe. Didn't account for Overgrow, Frenzy Plant being stronger. I really don't know. They don't even say anything in the game. Neither player says GG after this game. I don't think there's much more to say about this series. This game is Reginald like puts the like games in the wrong order. You can tell by the numbers here. 42 and then 45. Like that's how it should have been. It should this was game 4 and this was game 5. Whatever. I'm not gonna watch my own games anymore. People mentioned last time I spent a bit too much time on my own. If anyone wants to see me cover mine, let me know. Maybe I'll make a separate video going over my games at the end of the tour, but I don't actually know if anyone wants to see that. So I'll probably just be skipping my own games from now on. Apologies in advance to my opponents who wanted to see their games get covered. Okay. Sancho starts off strong, making it good. Backs Caliber 1-2 here into the Volcanion. Seem to be in their groove. Almost loses. and then it goes downhill. I don't remember this game. Oh yeah. Okay, so Sylveon, dude, I keep seeing these like superpower Azus get picked versus Kingambit teams. At least I'm assuming this is just superpower. I don't know. This matchup's always so weird. Chople Kingambit should just win in theory because you should run EVs to be faster than Azu because that's the only time you're ever gonna claim a win. Like look at dude, literally 3-0 here too. I don't actually know if it beats Goodra, but it should. You kind of wall it and you can like SD on counter. This thing wants to run a ton of moves though. Like I don't know if you can fit SD. Anyways, point being, run speed for Azu. Click Ironhead. Click Ironhead again. Win GG's. Instead, we pick Sylveon into, I don't know, I guess this. Maybe it wasn't Chople. I'm not really sure. This is a really weird Sylph pick. And then notice this damage. This like player doing 47 into 43. Pretty insanely nothing. It turns out this is 0 attack IVs. So well played to yeah, well played to Burn. Notably doesn't fake tears turn 1. I don't know if they didn't have it, but Hyper Beam did 52. So fake tears into beam would have killed. I don't know what this Sylveon was. I wonder if it was Calm Mind 3 attacks. A little weird. And then game 3, I think this may have just been like a CB Meowscar out of 3-0. Like Giga, Player, Flower Trick. It has to be like super defensive Luna or like really defensive Sylve can be a roll versus Giga Impact. You're never living reliably though. I don't think, at least. Am I wrong about that? I actually don't know. Let me make sure my head calc is not completely terrible. Like I'm gonna calc with this like super Fizdef Babiri Berry set, but I thought that Adamant CB Meow can still totally smash you. I lied. That's a roll. And is this EV'd for Jolly or is this EV'd for something else? No, okay, this is EV'd for something else. Okay. Never mind. So that maybe Sylve is an answer to Meow. I hate this deer. Okay, and then this is like, I was really surprised to just see this die. I was like, oh okay, I wonder what happens, and then it just drops. I don't know. I'm not used to seeing Amon just like 1-hit KO Arcanine through Intimidate, but yeah, GG's. Okay, and then we have Beyblade. This series was good, I think. No, the series sucked. I lied. Game 1, Goodra 3-0s. Like, there's just no way around it. I wonder if Flabless twice could have 2 KO'd, but Bale tries to predict a counter, I think, and get a Will-O-Wisp off, and then tries to predict counter again and just just dies. So well played to him. And then randomly, like, I think Meow 3-0s. Or this is probably Scarf. This does not have to be Scarf at all. So honestly, I think that MRX may have just forgot about Meowscarada, despite bringing his own. So well played to him. This game, I think this is the one I was talking about earlier. I said there was some weird muck game. I remember there was like a muck and a crest on the screen. I think this is the one. Was this it? No. Hang on, it's coming up. There's some preview I remember that just like confused me, like why any picks got made. This game was funny because it fucking dies to Choice Specs crit Moonblast. I remember I was like being a big ass about. Bale kept saying this crit mattered, and I was like, it did not matter, because I was told by one of his teammates that this was Choice Scarf in the paste. And then apparently, like right before this game, Bale just changed it without telling anyone, changed it to Habon with Outrage, and Outrage would have killed here. I don't know if I believe that, like the sudden set change to suddenly it would have helped you win a matchup, but you didn't say a single thing to any of your teammates, and you just went YOLO and just changed it the fuck out of it. Like, that's so weird. But it is also totally needed for opposing Drago, so I don't know. It really did 3-0 here, so it's pretty sad if that's the case, that, you know, just gets crit when he brings a pretty good lure. I say a good lure, he just brought a Drago. What am I saying? I'm trolling. My commentary's been so ass. Okay, what's game? Was that game 3? No. Yes. I meant to say yes. Okay. This game. Oh yeah. People complain about luck in this game because Norix does get pretty lucky, but notice how first of all his Moltres is like still at full by the time this game ends. Also, he's just faster. I don't know what to say. It's an AV Moltres Ditto. One player's fast. Like they're the exact same set. One player's faster. He deserves to win. Like that's just how speed works. I don't know. Any luck opportunities Bale has, Emmerich also has. So you can do all kinds of complicated math, but in the end, this is just like very Emmerich favored. Because speed do be like that. It's like when people complain about luck when they literally bring the exact same Pokemon. It's like, I don't know what you're complaining. Your odds were 50-50. Like, you lost a coin flip. Why are you complaining about luck when they, like, crit you just in, like, a Ditto matchup? Like, you were the exact same Pokemon. You had no favorable odds there. Alright. This is the one. I think. Is this it? Yeah. I don't. Why did Muck not get picked? Like, Muck beats this, should beat Zapdos feasibly. Like, a very obvious, like, potential 3-0. And then he picks an Am. This isn't even like, I can understand if you're like picking into CB Meow, but unless I'm really like miscalculating, This is not Specs and Am. If this is Specs and Am, then it just would have O-code. Or if this, sorry, this is not Scarf and Am into Meow. If this is Scarf, then this would have just O-code Zapdos with Specs. And that's hella not true. That's not a real calc. This has to be Choice Specs for sure. Right? Dude, there's no way Enamorus just fucking blows out Zapdos, right? Like, that's not a real calc. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, maybe it could have been Modest Scarf. Maybe it could have been Modest Scarf for no bulk. Can do 69. Okay, maybe. Maybe that was Modest Scarf then, because you're not running Timid Scarf. Maybe. Okay. I can see that, actually. I can see that if your Muck dies to CB Giga from Meow. So you want to pick into that? Okay, maybe that was what happened here. But yeah, when I first looked at this, I thought this was a really weird time to not go Muck. Like, at least go Drago if you're calling out Zapdos. This seemed like a super nonsense Meow to me. Or an Am to me. And then I don't know what, like, Bale was Zapdosing into either. I guess just Muck. He was just going for his only odds into Muck, because his Meow was not CB Giga. I think. I have opened the same game twice. Alright, and then we see, or no, I was going to say we see a Goodra 3-0, but instead it's Zapdos win. And this is a really cool Zapdos, by the way. This is sub agility. We see, yeah. So I think this would have beat like a Specs Greninja. By the way, I've seen Greninja get brought so many times. Has anyone seen a single replay where it gets clicked? I've seen like 2, and one of them was like Okoing a Corv with Hydro Cannon, and the other one was lit inexplicably clicking like Water Shuriken. I don't know. This mon has been so meme, dude. It totally killed a Corv that should not have killed. Like, I don't know what kind of Corv just dies to Hydro Cannon. And then, like, the other time I just clicked Water Shuriken and fucking got owned. And I've never seen it do anything else. I've never seen, like, any of these gunk shot sets people get worried about. I don't know. Anyways, this seems to be, like, a very nice, just, like, reliable Gren pick. Because Gren can be kind of annoying into these two. You don't know if it's, like, Scarf Gunk, any kind of nonsense. You just click Agility, live probably Specs Ice Beam, and then Roost off the Ice Beam. Right? So protect, Roost, you know, use PP stall it out very quickly. Only 16. You have Protect every second turn. This is a pretty neat set, honestly. It has no attacks, so I'm not too big on it, but it does get a nice 2-1 matchup here, so well played to Bale. Although I wonder if you can get smashed by some random choice band move getting spammed. I've clicked the same game again, holy shit. And then I think this was like a Donphan 3-0. Yeah, if this was counter, most tusks are usually CB, although double ground makes me wonder. These could be some nonsense for sure. But ultimately it still just gets picked. It is faster than Donphan, notably, and I do believe this was max speed fan. But yeah, Gunk just smashes it. Earth wins in 3. The only thing I wanted to talk about here was this like really inexplicable Choice Specs Deoxys pick turn 1, because it like loses to Tran, loses to Guard, doesn't kill D-Knight, gets O-code by even just Scarf Outrage. So I don't really know what that was. We're not gonna look at the rest of that. Ecstatic wins this game. Oh dude, what the fuck is this game on? Dude, so I guess this is like ID Synth Cart. And it's like the normal set is max speed. The comp set is max speed on ID Synth, but this one I guess is just super Fizz Def, or like really bulky and slow, and just gets smashed by Gardevoir. Like, that's crazy. He says full speed as if any guard is not full speed. Like, it's not like this is not like Oras where like max speed guard is an unset. Max speed guard is standard. So this card was just like hard picked into Metagross, I guess. Yeah, well played. This game, we see the only reliable Dragonite answer in the tier, which is CB Avalanche Aggron. See, Devastating Drake do 27, so I guess this was Fizz Def, like Z Draco. Or no, I mean Z Outrage. And just clicks at turn 1. And then we see Javier somehow managed like a Breloom 3-0 question mark. I don't know if Zera is CB and beats this. Like, CB Outrage probably is fine. Like, I don't know, hang on. CB Outrage doesn't kill. You get Spore off, and you get to Focus Punch for sure, and maybe Focus Punch does just decimate Zera. I don't know. Like, it's a Breloom, but it's also a Focus Punch. Hang on, we gotta run some minor calculations real quick. Zeraora at Choice Band versus the Loom. We're gonna go 1v1 Spore, because I don't know what this runs. Oh, so it has some bulk and some speed. But but there's no, why is there Toxic? Where's Focus Punch? What? Minus attack? Oh my god. So it would need like some attack to kill. I don't know if it would be. And it should live even with no bulk. Yeah, like Blaze Kick is not real in this tier, unlike SS, I think. So like if this is attack, if this is like max speed, max attack, then Focus Punch should just decimate. Yeah, I don't know. I think this was somehow a Breloom 3-0. I also wonder if this was just Scarf Knight, but I don't think so with Zera. You beat Gren and like Lop and the guys you want Scarf Knight for, so Yeah, pretty neat. Well played by Jabiru. That was game 3? Yeah, yeah. And then Ecstatic wins game 4. I don't remember what this was. Oh, this is like a really weird Entei. I don't know if this was like Scarf to like Earth Power Entei twice. You live Stomping and D speed. But the standard Entei set runs Stomping, at least the one on the calc. Stomping Tantrum. So I don't really know what Heatran was into here. Zera with Electrium is probably pretty fine odds into especially Rocky and Entei. Pretty good into the team in general here. Maybe this was reading into like Z, Draco, D Knight. That would beat Zera. But at that point, go Jirachi? Weird. Maybe he thought Tran. No, that's just weird to me. Yeah, like if you're picking into D Knight in general, just pick Jirachi for sure. Mid ground like Tran into like the Entei you don't beat is definitely bad. All right, Leru wins. Which of these games were noteworthy? Game 1. Well played power up punch to play around the Metal Burst, and then kills with mash after. I wonder if that mash guaranteed killed. I was very surprised. I thought we'd pump again to be safe. Here we had a really bad late no matchup. Even me and William weren't really sure what to do. I ultimately thought that it would be like I felt like SD was coming out, so I would have gone Togekiss and tried to encore turn 1 and air slash 3 times, and that would win. But like reading, I really was not sure in the end if it was gonna be CB either. Like random CB could be fair as well, but in the end it is SD, and then it like hits us with Rock Tomb twice for the win. I don't know what I think the roll on this was not very good at all. I was surprised to even see a 250, and I already knew the second one was not going to kill. Game 3. Gronky picks Expert Specs Deoxys. This is a real time to pick Specs Deoxys when it's a 2-1. All right, none of this 0-3 Specs Deoxys click that we saw earlier. Here, Euphonos makes a really inexplicable Gallade. Since he doesn't have Wisp, he actually loses to all 3 of these Pokemon, even the Gyarados, and then we see him like lose to the Gyarados. He didn't misplay. I looked over this to see if there's any. I was going to talk about if he had any way of winning this, but he really doesn't. It's quite simply, Encore Disable can, even though he can win 50-50s to force 2 struggles here, low sweep plus 2 struggles just doesn't kill ever. It's not enough. So there's not really an out there. He definitely did not play it optimally. Like he could have got like low sweep like double crit odds, I guess. But that's like not worth. I'm not blaming a player for not going for their double crit odds. I'm sorry. Nick makes a good Regieleki 1-2. And then we lose anyways. Okay, this if Regidrago is not breaking swipe, and it is like picked here, like come on. Obviously, he's not just like not picking into Crustle. Like come on, it's obviously the only feasible Drago answer. He has a plan for it, right? He would just pick Metagross otherwise. I don't know what to say. And then we don't try to read Custap. I thought this was pretty obvious Custap. It's obviously different when you're watching the game, spectating versus being in there. But you got to make these calls, and we get smashed. This is cool. We were White Herb, which beats Breaking Swipe. I had never thought about that tech before. I'd seen White Herb before and wasn't sure what it was for, but I think maybe it's supposed to be like a Drago answer to beat Breaking Swipe. But then we load into Custap, so that's cool. Here we get smashed by Icy Wind Encore Prim. I wonder if this was Walk On Berry, which is usually the item I run on these Icy Wind sets. And that would have just 3-0'd here. Like, what can you do? This is why lefties on Pokemon are really broken, because you can beat Encore Prim, right? You keep healing every time they have to stop an Encore. It ends up being really, really nice. I love running like lefties, like Amnesia Gastro, Registeel, all those guys. It's just a really nice tech for people who spam Prims like this. Oh, and then we get like I don't know what the rolls are, and I'm not calculating this matchup honestly, but like we like barely miss out on killing, and we this is 36, and we did 38 and 35. Yeah, I don't know. If we got like 230, if we got 338 rolls, we obviously won. But I don't know if that was the max. I think I clicked game 4. That was game 4, right? Yeah. All right, game 5 here. Oh yeah, this is CB. Dragapult well played. In game 6, right. So Feeny looks like big threat here, but it looks to be Spectre in theory. So Nick tries to Entei into that. I don't know if this was not Specs and he was basically just 3-0'd by Feeny and went for his best odds of Drago into Entei, or if this was Specs and he nonetheless predicted Nick to go Entei, but he goes Drago, reading the Entei. Well played to him. Sometimes, even though like you recognize that they have an answer to your like supposed 3-0, you just gotta pick it anyways. You know, you gotta expect that they're gonna expect you to predict like that. You know. I mean that's pretty basic psychology, but still. Okay, this game Board Glitch throws like 3 games and somehow still wins the series. I say somehow, they totally luck the series. Whatever. Okay, Moonblast. Never trick room with Aroma unless you have a reason to. This is my rule. All right. If you are trying to like, if there's something they can click where like, okay, if you're planning to trick room just to like encore and disable their move anyways, you should do slow encore. Because here's the idea, okay? But let me show what happens first. So, trick room, encore. Okay, encore starts counting those 3 turns every time a move is executed after encore, right? So after encore gets clicked, turn 1 of encore is burned here, right? And then now you get to disable right here. And when Moonblast is attempted to get used, turn 2 of encore is consumed here. There's only 1 more turn of encore left. And so Prim will only struggle for 1 turn. You get a tiny bit of Moonblast chip, you get struggle Rocky Helmet plus that, and then you don't get another struggle. And now you don't kill them, they barely live, and they can kill you. Conversely, if you were to encore turn 1, right? It's a little hard to do without being able to actually show the matchup. But the idea here is that if you encore turn 1 here, then so encore goes second. And so no turns of encore have been consumed. Then the next turn, we see Moonblast again. That's the first turn of encore consumed and disabled. And at this point, right, only first turn was consumed. There's still 2 more turns left. Prim will struggle for 2 turns, and you'll get the 2 Moonblasts off. It's basically because, right, if we imagine that this encore would have just happened like a turn earlier here, then this Moonblast happens, and this disable would have happened the previous turn, they would struggle this turn instead, right? But because on this turn, a turn ends up getting wasted because of this, like this Moonblast is disabled, they don't struggle immediately. That's why you end up getting one less struggle out of it. A lot of you guys probably knew this already, but I thought it was nice to go over anyways because I see way too many matchups get lost. So basically, Aroma, even though it's kind of risky, really wants to encore turn 1 and gamble on them not like clicking some kind of setup move or something a lot of the time. Or a setup move is fine. I don't know. Like, encore turn 1 can be risky in some matchups, but you totally have to make that call, and you can't always just, like, safe trick room and react to whatever they do, I guess. There's no risk versus Prim, though. Encore turn 1 is very, very reliable. There's no way you lose that matchup, unless they are... I guess, like, okay, the idea is, like, Encore turn 1 is scary because they could be choice... They could be, like, a banded or specs item sometimes, and just 2-hit KO you when you're not expecting it. That's the risk in not trick rooming. But you'd have to take that, because trick rooming is not safe. You just lose. Happens all the time. Glitched out picks like every single game of the series is actually pretty inspirational. Alright, right, Peter, you're there. Oops. Right, they predicted the Prim game 1. I think Prim was like a 2-1 and they pick into it. Yeah, right, Prim's pretty easy click. They Aroma into fucking what? Yeah. Game 3. I don't remember this one. I think this is Urshifu one, Urshifu action, yeah. Okay, Bird is like slow but like really defensive Urshifu. And apparently he just clicked CC because he said he did not look at his speed stat. He did not. He was like really slow. He said he did not look at his speed stat. That's his reason for not surging. Basically, surging is like a really big throw because even if they like are fast CV and they close combat you turn 1, you're gonna kill them with the drops with surging. Like otherwise, if they bulk up, they don't kill you with CC because this was Impish. This is like Impish Urshifu. It is like some absurdly bulky set. But yeah, you just get smashed. Not much to say there. That set seems broken, honestly. Impish is OP on anyone. On any offensive guy. But he was like flaming his builder for it. Okay, here we see Urshifu and Como action. And I was like, okay, GG's to board glitched. But then we see bulk up, iron defense, bulk up. And then it barely lives. Wicked Blow comes out. And then apparently at this point, board glitch is cuss step berry. This is pretty obvious cuss step Urshifu too. And then he just just doesn't endure apparently. And gets smashed. Maybe I'm trolling. This isn't that obvious, right? Like, bulk up Wicked Blow could feasibly be something else. Like, it could be Sucker. I can't blame him too bad for that one. It could feasibly be Sucker, and then you're just losing your 50-50 odds. But yeah, it was Custap. I don't know, though, he thought for a while, so I feel like he was totally considering the Endure, thinking it was Custap. I bet the Glitch knew the right play and doubted himself, so he's still bad. Here we see Chansey into Aegislash and Metal Sound, Flash Cannon, it's over. And at this point, I feel like I've seen, like, Bird lose 5 games. Like, I don't know how the series is not ended yet. He won the first one, because Glitch threw it. Which one did he win? Like, how is this not already 4-1? Oh yeah, he won the Como game. He won the Urshifu game. I'm trolling. But yeah, no, it literally feels like I've seen like our Bird just lose 5-0 at this point. Okay, and then we see Rocky Helmet Crest get picked here. Apparently, this was originally Choice Band Trick Metagross, and then Board Glitch got convinced by Mishliff to change it. He was really mad about this. GG's to him. Rocky Helmet Crest is so nice. You just turn a losing matchup into a completely winning one. But Metagross also has kind of fallen off lately, and Crest is just getting worse and worse. Just more and more offensive ones in the meta. Board Glitch reuses this Aegislash team and has like a... Okay, Bird makes a really strange... No, not strange Zapdos. This Zapdos is into Aegislash, because Aegislash probably beats these two. Coco, to me, looked really good. I was like, Coco beats this with Eerie, beats this with Eerie, and like, Pult is like a really hard pick here. But he picks Zapdos breeding Iggy. I see Coco, I'm like, alright, GG's to Bird, maybe he can Heat Wave crit. And then he gets thiefed. He thieves his Custap Berry. Like, what are you even doing? Wild Charge twice, just 2 KOs. I remember Board Glitch explained he was trying to thief the Life Orb from Zapdos. Like, you're reading into Life Orb Zapdos? What? How does that even lose to Wild Charge? Like, why can't you just Wild Charge Life Orb Zapdos twice? Like, I don't understand what the thought process was here at all. As we see next, Wild Charge totally 2 KOs. Right? Like, yeah, 57. There's probably bulk. The Custap is definitely running bulk too. Right? And then everyone flame Bird for this. Bird clicks Heat Wave again. Because, quite feasibly, this Coco is Roost, right? Like, you don't know this Coco is not Roost. So in that case, it can just spam Roost, and you need to hope you hit a bunch and you can eventually crit or like burn one of them. And at that point, you can maybe start T-bolting and finesse this matchup. But you do not know at this point this is not Roost, right? I think this ended up being like the Calc set. The Calc set for Coco. Oops, let me go to SS. The Calc set for Coco is like Brave Bird, which is how we saw it beat a Landorus in a certain legendary game. I will leave that for people to find themselves. I'm not finding that right now. But yeah, Wild Charge, Thief, Brave Bird, Taunt. Okay, whatever. But like people flame Bird for not T-bolting here. Basically, he goes for Heat Wave and misses. Where the fuck was what? Oh, it was up here. Yeah, he goes for Heat Wave and it misses. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, people flamed him for not T-bolting because it was a guaranteed kill, but you don't know they're Wild Charging again. Like, it could be Charge, it could be Roost, whatever. Okay, if it was Charge, definitely click to turn 1, but it can definitely feasibly be Roost. That's all I'm saying. I clicked Heat Wave there too. I think majority of good players actually did, and the only ones saying they clicked T-bolt are armchairs. Like Alyssa VGC. I'll say it. I'll call him out by name. Alright, and then Taka plays like the greatest series of his life. And by that, I mean like this guy should take up gambling for sure. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mega Horns, and we win. This is like a 50-50 matchup. We have like 45% odds or something to hit all those Mega Horns. They have to hit Leech Seed as well. So it's literally 50%. Whatever. And then this next game is definitely by far the worst one. We instantly burn with fucking Flamethrower Ninetales. I don't know what we were cooking. But yeah, they would have been able to like Psyshock, or... Hang on. How does this work out? No, they Moonlight up to full after the next Flamethrower. Then they can Psyshock us, take the next one, and Moonlight again. Like, our odds are pretty bad here. We need to burn pretty quickly to start forcing this. As soon as we get the burn, though, then they can't ever attack us again. A single attack always is going to put them in range of the next 2 Flamethrowers. If they Moonlighted out here, like, they're just not healing enough. So we do win thanks to that immediate burn. So that was really lucky. That plus the Mega Horn stuff is, like, already crazy. And then this game, we once again, our answer to Thund is like Stone Edge Caracosta. So we click Stone Edge and hit. At this point, we should have Aqua Tailed for better accuracy, but we don't. We actually Stone Edge again. Because Taka was calcing Rock Gem and he wasn't calcing Water Gem in this matchup. So well played to him. Here we should have Shell Smashed at this point. Shell Smash into Aqua Jet is a guaranteed win, but we risk Aqua Tail too, and we fucking hit. So like, God Taka, I guess. What can I say? Oh, I said I wasn't watching this series. There was literally nothing noteworthy in this series. It somehow goes to 5 games and there's nothing good, right? Or is this the one, or was it a different one? Wait, I swear this is the one that literally has like not one interesting game. I swear. Yeah, that was like Audino versus Genesect. Nothing interesting in that sequence. Yeah, no, there's just nothing to say here. Okay, close first way late. I think we had some fun games here. First of all, Duraludon. What the fuck? We see close to win Volcarona versus Cress, and then like apologize for getting a Spidef drop with Bug Buzz. I mean, realistically, Volk always needs a Spidef drop in this matchup eventually, but the reason you win is because you will eventually get a Spidef drop or crit, like it's very in Volk's favor. Not every secondary chance is Hex. Close predicts into the Conquer. Was not Psychic on the Landers, he revealed later, so was not a Landers 3-0. And then, oh yeah, dude, this is funny. This is the only other one I'm watching. But we see Glastrier lose to Dragapult. Fire Blast, 40, 52. Icicle Spear, 1, 2. No more hits. And then hits another fire. Dude, he even drops the sad face before the second Fire Blast because he knew he was not dodging. Crazy. I think the rest of the series was not really that worthy. It was like, oh no, this was funny. Wait, this game was weird, dude. So we see Dragon Energy come out after. At this point, I'm like, okay, now he's gonna like Scale Shot, Draco, whatever. And then we just see Dragon Energy come out again. And this point, I'm like, what? At this point, I'm starting to realize, like, oh, okay, this is Scarf Crest into like Haban Drago or something like that. Like, but like 55 means the Draco Meteor totally kills always. Or maybe not always. That can be max roll, then Draco Mineral doesn't kill. But Draco totally has good odds to kill. And then we just see energy again. And Waylay just says I'm very confused, and like Close does not elaborate. I can only assume this was Scarf Regidrago, and this is like max speed Scarf Crest as well. But like Scarf Drago, does this guy think he's playing SV? As far as I know, Scarf Drago is only good in SV because of like like regular Meow. Player F turns into a fairy. It's one of the only matchups like that where like Drago actually cares moving first and doesn't just want to like live bulky hits and hit second, where it's not just all the same for it. It's weird. Also, it has Scale Shot this gen, so it can get speed control. Like it's way better. Or like it does not. It needs the Scarf way less, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Scarf is weird. Here we see, I don't remember. Oh yeah, this just ID press Registeel beating a Ferrothorn. Yeah, the rest of the series was not noteworthy, like I said. I think this TSC game was also not noteworthy. No, there's one funny game. Not this one. There's one game. There's one game, I think. Not this one. One of these. One of these, I swear. This one was whatever. Fuck, was there no game? I swear there was a funny game. It was this one. It was this one. Yes. Alright, I wonder who the Steel Answer could be. Whoop-de-doo. It's fucking Z-Firium. I got it. The funny thing about this team is it just bluffs that it's like Modest, Specs, Naga, and then it's gonna like get the roll versus Mawile or whatever, and then you're just Firium and you guaranteed get it. It's pretty. That's a pretty fire lure, honestly. This game was neat. It was game two. Game two was the good one, where we see Icium Victini fail to KO a Dragonite. Hello. This is like 0 special attack or something. Dude, yeah, I gotta calc this. Like, come on. I should have calced this before to find out what these spreads were, but whatever. We see, so there's like a Z Psychic set. Normally, whenever I'm calcing with Glaciate, I just use this spread. I just like put Z Glaciate on this. Now let's just see how much does this one do to like what was it? Was Z Fly, right? Yeah. I don't know why I said yeah. Drake. Yeah. All right, Z Hurricane. So we can see this set like super kills, right? Like just insanely kills. But this is like got some special attack. We got some Modest Natures on there. Even if you take all of that off, 92 is the mineral, and we see it do 89. So this has to be like this is like max special attack. Oops. This is like max HP Dragonite. Yeah, 89. Now it's possible. That was like mineral versus max. Yeah, I don't fucking know what to say about that. Run special attack on your Victinis perhaps, and I think the rest of the series is whatever. Oh no, this was neat. Every SM matchup is so nuanced, I feel like. In SS, other gens, it just comes down to like, oh, okay, you have your tech, and your tech just wins you the matchup or loses it. Very little outplaying to do. A lot of matchups are linear. But one of the reasons I like playing SM is because I always think out these matchups. I'm not someone who just like clicks, YOLO chokes these. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, like I choke like anyone, but not very often, I would say. I feel like I choke less than the average player, especially in this gen. I feel like I'm good at, or maybe not even choke, but I feel like I'm good at like finding like unintuitive win paths and stuff. Anyways, I'm not trying to like jerk myself off for no reason. What I was trying to get at here was that SM matchups, I really like this tier because of how nuanced the matchups are. And at least you can even outplay after the pick, I guess, which is rare in other tiers. Like in Black-White, your Keldeo is going to lose the Arcanine GG's. But in this gen, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Who wins the matchup? So Edgar could have, for example, Psyshock comes out. He's predicting, Kaif predicts Edgar to stay non-Mega and try to click something. Now, this is weird, okay? Edgar clicks Rock Tomb. Maybe this matchup is not as nuanced as I thought. Yeah, Rock Tomb is a bad click. What is your odds? I didn't even think about this, dude. I didn't even notice until now, just now, that he traced Clear Body. What is the play? So I was thinking if this is max speed Diancie, then you can Mega Diamond Storm on the Psyshock and then do it again. Otherwise, if you're predicting like a chip attack rather than Hyper Beam immediately, or sorry, if you're predicting a Hyper Beam immediately, you just stay non-Mega, right? And you live the Hyper Beam and hit twice. But if you're predicting them to like predict you to stay non-Mega, which is like pretty much always the play, then you can just attack and then Mega attack. But now I'm thinking this is definitely not max speed. I kind of forgot that a lot of Diancies run slower than Gardevoir in this tier. So in this case, I actually think you hella lose. I think you 100% lose. So this is Trace Clear Body, stay non-Mega. Pretty smart, actually. Because Edgar could have Mega'd, but he would have just been slower. Okay, not as nuanced as I thought. I thought the matchup versus like a max speed Diancie's kind of neat. But yeah. Okay, and then once again, look at this. Like, so you'd think that like Instant is just like a D-Knight answer, and then it's like CB or it's CB superpower and does more to Instant than Instant can live with a bulk up here. As the next one's just gonna smash it, but you want to bulk up because otherwise you lose to drag Z like a Z outrage into outrage again. So you want to bulk up to be able to live those two in combination. Well, yeah, but then obviously he could have just Z move on the superpower would have killed. For a second, I was about to say he always loses because he can't like kill. He can't not bulk up just doesn't win because you can't kill the D-Knight with the Z move. But first of all, CB runs no bulk, so it may just die, and also superpower drop, obviously. All right, and then Edgar wins in the end, anyways, though, because Aegislash is broken as shit and beats the Metagross. I always fear like sub Metagross whenever I pick this though. Sub Metagross is really broken in SM. Sub is just an amazing move to like draw Z moves, bait a bunch of stuff from like Victini, Aegislash. Like fast sub Earthquake is just a total Victini answer, I think. I don't think the series was that good. I don't really remember. Oh no, the series is so good. Oh, who am I kidding? All right, first of all, this is a normal gem HP Fire. This is really cool. HP Fire into normal gem. Hyper Beam always kills Metagross. I didn't even think about this. And then he just like epically dodges. So GG1. Game 2 here. I don't remember. Oh yeah. So Neomon, instead of clicking like Secret Sword or just like any sensible move, clicks Focus Blast. But this is Chople Scrafty, so Akrose only needs to dodge one of the two. Like the hacks here is way less comparable to what just occurred in the previous game. Like, I already forgot what occurred in the previous game. I gotta remind myself. Oh, the Hyper Beam dodge. Yeah. Okay. And then, in this game, I have never before seen... Dude, didn't I just say earlier, like, there's no nuance in Black-White, like, Keldeo was not... Or Arcanine is not beating the Keldeo. I said that, didn't I? Well, lo and behold, here's your nuanced matchup as Neomon expertly trains his Arcanine to dodge the Hydro Pump and then strategically crits the Keldeo. Well played to him. Yeah, Akrose just goes, in the chat. I agree. Alright, and then... I don't remember this game. We see Honeclaws injure Snorlax, and Akrose loses his mind. And by that I mean he logs off and like doesn't say anything. Ecstatic loses his mind. Okay. Was the series good? I don't remember this one. Shit. I should have watched these games better. I thought I knew. I thought I watched these properly. Pretty sure there was nothing here though. I'm just looking at their previews to see if anything jogs my memory. This is like another Goodra 3-0. This guy's kind of popping off this week, honestly. Goodra and Iron Moth like claimed a ton of wins this week. Like a ton of 3-0s. So that's the SB trend just to watch out for. All right, we see a type. No, this team is super ugly, but it also... I don't think it loses to Registeel, but Squirtle makes a good read. I'm kind of surprised he didn't try to just Mellow. I thought Mellow was like safe enough. I guess this covers the Metagross too. He basically reads that Dez isn't going null though, I think. Because I don't think this beats null. Pretty sure this loses to null. Pretty well played. I honestly totally would have been expecting a null here. Basically Garchomp does beat null, but Garchomp with SD will Earthquake twice, and you force them to rest, and then EQ twice into Z move does kill type null. And Garchomp can totally win here. By the way, Garchomp can sub on the Z move from Prim. No, sorry, Garchomp SDs on, or it's just a roll. Yeah, Prim is just like a roll to kill Garchomp. That's what it is. Except Prim can sub turn 1 and get into Torrent range. There's like some weird jank there. It's a weird matchup for sure. But Metagross Ice Punch can kill it. Anyways, all that aside, Registeel beats the Primarina shockingly. Oh, wait. This is what I was talking about earlier. That Lefty's Amnesia is really broken into Encore. I forgot about this. As you can see, even with a crit, right, it's just not enough. Like, you keep healing. Every time Prim has to stop attacking you to Encore, and you actually see Registeel ends up gaining more health here slowly over time. So, yeah. Like, really nice way to beat Encore. I opened this game already, but whatever. Very good Victini 1-2. Not that all these picks are kind of real, honestly. Like Instin's not real. I'm trolling. It can be if you're reading like a Z. If you're trying to read like Dragonite Answer Victini, but yeah, well played. And then this game, we like make a really weird Zera. I don't understand the Zera at all. I would have thought like Zai gets just better into these two. But we just Zera hard reading Tran, I guess. This doesn't beat like Metagross as long as it's got Earthquake. Maybe Squirtle's probably a lot better at set reading than I am, though. Maybe he read that this was non-Earthquake Metagross based on these two. Like, these guys kind of smashed a lot of the steals. That might have been his thought process, which is not bad at all. And he wanted to cover, like, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, some shit. Pretty fair, actually. I think this series was not worth watching. If anything, I ever ran a feeling it was, like, interesting Game 3. It was a very not interesting Game 3. No, there was an interesting Game 2. I remember this now. Oh my god, yeah. We see Regijago expertly defeat a Corviknight. Well played to cheese. Yep. Pretty crazy. Alright. LRXC wins a Team Tour game. Holy shit, my goat. I don't. Oh no, this is just easy Metagross. I wonder if this is AV, had Ice Punch, but that did a lot for if that's AV. But that's Specs. I don't know the calcs. Whatever. Well played. And then we see him bring Godash type null and somehow resist the urge to click it, picking into Metagross. Very good AV Entei here. Like that, no outs into Pert, so this is a good call into the Metagross. And then like somehow picks up a Ferrothorn 3-0, unless this was like some Landorus that didn't get picked. Or maybe CB Fire Fang Drago. I have no idea. I don't even think that beats Custap, like Gyro. Like I think you just get gyroed once. They live the CB Fire Fang because Drago's really weak without a dragon move. And then they gyro you again. Back. This series, people complain about it. Was it Game 2 or Game 3? I don't remember. Game 2, yeah. People complained about this game. People were like, "Wow, Xander got hacked. It got hacked." And here's my stance on this sort of thing. Okay, 99%. Are you trying to tell me that Pyukumuku always lives the Zapdos Thunderbolt? Because if you're not, then you cannot call this hacks. There's already a chance for the roll. And let's imagine that out of like 40 out of 60 scenarios, right? Like Zapdos gets this roll. And then maybe in like one of those 100 scenarios, there's that 41st scenario where this T-Bolt full para happens. Can you call this like extreme hacks where there was all those scenarios for you to just get rolled anyways? Like it really makes me mad when people complain about this being hacks when this is totally a losable matchup anyways. Like if like basically Xander picked his like safe pick that totally could have lost his Zapdos. This was one of the few Zapdoses that like he didn't even try to Hurricane as well. So I don't know. I think this was choice specs. Yeah, but doesn't try to go for like Cane to Akio. Well, actually, you would have just died to Mirror Coat. But I don't know. He picks this out into Buku, goes for his odds, gets them because it was totally a roll too. And Xander could have outpicked this. Like Xander could have tried to read into the Zapdos, which was totally a feasible Puku answer. Like imagine if this is just like Custap clicks Hurricane into T-Bolt and Puku dies. Like Xander could have accounted for that and gone T-Tar. You know what I mean? Like he had outs here, didn't go for him. I don't know. It annoys me when people chalk that up to like, oh, Fragments lucked this game. He did not. This is not real rolls. This literally EV is for Specs Regieleki Electro Ball, because the Setscom people are mentally insane and somehow see this shit coming. And then this felt like a 2021 matchup, like seeing Custap, Garchomp, Tech, and Aggron. This shit's crazy. I've not seen Custap Endure in a hot minute. People have been running like Life Orb and Choice Band and shit for ages. And then Xander picks Zarude into Coco and gets owned. GG's. I think Coco just 3-0'd, honestly. I'm kind of surprised to see that. Maybe that was CB Zarude. Not sure. Holy shit, how many games do I have left? Why does this take so long? How long have I been recording for? Hour and 10. I thought this was going to be shorter this time. God damn it. Alright, this team is broken. Every single one of these 3 Pokemon just, like wins. The only feasible losable matchup is Volcarona into Bax. That is the only losable matchup here. Volcarona beats these two. Florges 3-0s. Iron Treads 3-0s. So Delemon picks Treads, which was like the scariest option because this could be Speed Booster Shocks, I thought. But well played to him, I guess. Maybe this guy knows the meta. No, I'm trolling. There's no meta for Sandy Shocks. There's not a real Pokemon. Oh, this game is crazy. I keep seeing. I talked about this earlier, but I keep seeing this shit lose, dude. Did I talk about this earlier? I think I meant to talk about this earlier, and I forgot. I don't remember anymore. Whatever. King Gambit should normally, I feel like, just be faster and click Iron Head twice and like never lose this matchup. But I see it get lost so many times. How does this keep happening? Superpower does a fucking insane amount, and then he clicks Taunt. Please, Bo Bobson, enlighten me in the comments as to what this taunt was to beat. If you tell me Charm, I'm going to shoot you because you have Defiant. I don't know what this, like, even Tickle, you just get like an insane attack boost to kill. I have no idea what this taunt was into. This was just a really bad taunt. At least click like Metal Burst, whatever you have. Yeah, really weird game. That's all I want to talk about from that series. So I wanna finish this up. I'm tired. It's midnight. God damn it! Why am I still up? Okay. Marshmallow clutches are weak. What were these games? This game we were thrilled by like every Pokemon. We lost to Iron Bundle. We lost to Lando or Aleki. So we tried to pick into them like throwing and going Lando or no Aleki like doesn't kill Moth. Aleki like needs to like hit and roll Thunder versus Moth. So we went for that. Plus like maybe them going Lando and choking into this. We went for those 2 odds and decided that the bundle was not coming out. And they do try to go Lando instead, but then they are actually just like Super Spit F AV and live. Like standard AV dies to +2 overheat, by the way. This is like a Super Spit F AV Lando, so holy shit. And then game 5, I almost like perma-benched Marshmallow for this. Holy shit. Look at this. Okay. Facade does, right here, it does 54. And then a 53, right? To be fair, I didn't calc the rolls, but also that's not a defensible answer because Marshmallow also hella did not calc these rolls, okay? Marshmallow was not calcing. He immediately clicks SD. Immediate SD. Look, 0 timer dropped. Instead of just, so if you Facade again, if they Moonlight, you keep them low, do it again, keep them low, Reflect ends, and then you kill them, right? So that's how we win this matchup. Instead, he clicks SD again. Instead, immediate SD again. And then look at this. So the first Flash Shock did 25, right? This one does 23, right? But if this did 25, we'd be 2% lower as we Facade. Do an insane amount. So yeah, no, if that's what we were doing, then this one hella would have done more than 54. That means 54 was like a min roll. If that did 88. We live on 2. Right, like imagine if it's 25 again. Imagine if this to 25 as well, like the previous roll showed. If we just got hit by this roll twice, we just lost. Like, this could have been a very different story. All right, Fancy. There's not much to say about this series. He just makes good picks, but keeps this cool and manages to reverse 3-0. I was pretty impressed, honestly. Like really good, like fund 1-2. Like good stuff. Good stuff from a new player. And then Drip cannot. All right, no, this week wasn't clutchable. They were already down like 1-6, right? And then it becomes 2, or no, they were down 1-5. Fancy makes that 2-5, and then Lumi makes that 2-6. So there they. So Ripes win 6-2. Brings the Dene into not clicking it. He later told me that this like Dedenne didn't beat Azu anyways, but like, why are you bringing in Dedenne if it doesn't beat the water type? I don't know what to say. He trolls. He like I passed him this like Talk Specs team mid series too, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll bring it. And then I was like Timid Specs like Zapdos. I was like, yo, Timid Specs Zapdos 3-0. And then we like lose a speed tie versus Erie Impulse turn one. I say we because I passed to my team. This is my honors on the line in Spirit here, and my honor fucking loses. No crits either. Never lucky. And that's all. Okay, and then they bring in Lucario. I was gonna, since I have a bit of time. Game 4, we bring in Lucario, because apparently Lucario built a team with Lucario, and then they don't click it. Come on, this game doesn't even matter for anything. At least pick the Lucario for Spirit, man. Come on. But nope. Nope. Picks Val and gets smashed. GG's. Jert plays this correctly, and I mean, this is just basic, but I like to go over this stuff anyways, especially for new players who are watching. I mean, I don't think anyone doesn't know this. Whatever. Encore's on the sub. Always. Notice he doesn't encore early. This is like a common mistake. Encore in here, for example, would be kind of bad. You'd have to like spam encore a bit again, make sure it ends. You basically don't want to encore here because like you attack them, they are encored into sub, they sub again, you attack, and then they encore and they get reversal. I've seen games get choked like this, especially in like ADV and some shit. But that one's harder because the encore turns are randomized. But I've seen some really weird games like that where people encore on a weird turn where it's not guaranteed. Because you can totally attack risk-free. Like, there's no risk here. Except for player off missing, I guess. But yeah, well played. Wait for the encore until the right turn, so that you're guaranteed to not let them get a reversal off. Yeah, that's everything. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching again. I'll do this next week as well, I think. I'm getting pretty tired after work, though. Dude, I did not want to do this at all, honestly. But fuck it, I'm here. What do we have? Should I look at the games next week? Because I don't know how to end this. I hate doing outros. I'm just rambling at this point. People probably clicked off already. Does anyone even make it to this point? Give me a comment if you guys made it to this point. I'm playing a real player for once. So that's pretty epic. Leru is not. This is going to be a fire series. And this is going to be an epic highlight matchup. Zora's board versus Bea. We have LRXC versus Ecstatic. Dude, this week has some absolute bangers for sure. What else do we got? Sancho versus Lit 11 and Oras. Yeah, pretty crazy. We're gonna see if Aku can keep claiming wins or if I'm just ass. And with career ended, dude. The both players I lost to are back in this week, so we'll see if my losses, if I'm just a fraudulent player or maybe these guys are actually good. Who knows? I think Aku built really well. I didn't go over my series, but I think I had really bad matchups, which isn't like I'm not gonna be like Ecstatic and mulled that I got unlucky. They just built well and I built poorly. Are people predicting for me? I haven't looked at these yet. Nope. Oh, and then this is Marshmallow. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm getting cooked in the predicts. Alright, GG's. Okay, I'm gonna stop it here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.